I love you, bitch. Oh my God. I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you. Wow, this feels really foreign. I haven't sat down to film a video in a while, and I'm really happy to be back. I just needed to take a breather again. But I am pre-filming now, so I will not upload one video and then go MIA for a month. That's not gonna happen again. But thank you for the people who stuck around when it did. Since I've been gone for a while, I figured I would just sit down and do an update kind of video. I actually remembered that earlier this year, I did a 2021 goals video. And so I went back and I watched that. And I laughed at some of it, and so I thought it would be fun to go back and look at what I said my goals were and reflect on this year, because it's been just another doozy, you know? But just to give me something to do while I do it, or while I talk about it, I'm going to do my makeup because I'm filming another video after this, and I want to look nice in it. So I figured I would do my makeup and just talk with you guys. Sorry, I'm looking for a hair clip that I had. I think I'm sitting on it, or maybe it fell. I can't find the hair clip, but that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. We are up close and personal. My bangs. See, I needed my hair clip for my bangs, but we'll just keep pushing them out of the way and hoping for the best. That's the game plan, is just hope for the best. Okay, let's get into it. Oh God, I have notes, but I can't see. I can't see. Okay, so I guess just starting off with the goals that I set for myself last year, I put get back below 200 pounds, see myself as worthy, and get my mental health sorted out, and erase food guilt. And so the most prominent one that I wanted to touch on, and I've been wanting to touch on for a while, is the one relating to me getting back below 200 pounds, because that simply did not happen. It didn't happen. In fact, I actually gained a little bit more weight this year. I just posted on my Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, about this, that I have gained about 25 pounds since my lowest weight, which was 197. Which normally, you'd be like, what the heck? What are you doing? But the fact of the matter is what I've been doing is, feeding my body properly. I did not get to my lowest weight of 197 sustainably at all. I was told by a bariatric doctor out here that I was a year post-op when I saw him. He told me that the average 2 cups of food per meal that I was eating at that time should be cut to a maximum of 1 cup, because that's what average bariatric patients ate. And at where I was at that time. And so that kind of sent me spiraling and towards really unhealthy habits, and just being super obsessive over how I was eating, how much I was eating, to the point where it wasn't healthy, I think I dropped 10 pounds in a month or something like that, which I hadn't lost weight like that in a very, very long time. Yeah, and so I just did not get there sustainably, and I realized that when I was 197, I realized I just wasn't feeling good. I just did not feel good. I felt tired, I just didn't have any energy, and I just didn't feel good. So, and then I had my seizure, my stress-induced seizure, it was caused in the long term by stress levels, but what made it happen was a drop in blood sugar because I hadn't eaten enough that day. And so after that, I was like, all right, Megan, something's got to give here. You are not taking care of yourself, and your body just forced you to stop working for 30 seconds. So I started eating normally again, and then COVID happened, and then last year I kind of just decided to take a break from weight loss because it was really starting to consume my life in like a not good way. And so last year I just kind of took a break. COVID really kind of forced me to take a break, but I needed it. So I wasn't going to fight it. And I put on, I think I put like 15 to 20 pounds on last year. And most of that was the weight that I had lost really unsustainably from just cutting my food in half, basically. I was in a relationship, and so I lost the relationship weight, or I gained the relationship weight, and all that. And so last year, or at the beginning of this year, my goal was to lose the weight that I had gained last year. And I was doing pretty well. I was working with a dietitian, and then my goals just changed. My fitness goals just changed because I started lifting. And I started like following a lifting routine, and I'm training full body 3 times a week now, and I've been doing that for the past like 5 months. My goals have since shifted from weight loss to body recomposition because it's so fun for me, and it helps my body dysmorphia so much. Lifting does, because I've been making so much progress in the gym, which I know is a common thing, like when you first start lifting. I've been making so much progress in the gym, and I love it. But because I have been lifting, and I haven't really been eating like too much of a gremlin, I've put on muscle, and so I have gained weight, and I'm okay with that. All this is like a really long-winded way of saying that like I feel the best I have felt since I moved to Denver right now. I am moving more, I am eating better, I am just treating my body properly and giving and just caring for it. I do yoga. I feel the most comfortable in my body and strong in my body now than I ever have since I moved to Denver. And that's huge. And if you would have said that, like, if you would have told me that I would feel better at 222 pounds, which is what I weighed in at this morning, if you would have told me I feel better at 222 pounds than I would at 197, I would not have believed you. But that's just how it's going for me. I just sneezed, so apologies if my face is like red. But yeah, I've basically come to the conclusion that how I feel and what I am like capable of doing is more important to me than the scale, which is a huge thing for me to realize. Do I still get like kind of bummed when I step on the scale and it's not the number I would like it to be, I guess? Yeah, but I just need to not think like that anymore because my body is capable of so many things now, and it's awesome. So all of this is to say that like my goals just kind of changed over the past year, related to health and wellness, and that's okay. I think not enough people in the health and fitness like sphere online, which I'm not saying that's what I'm in at all, but in that sphere, like, don't really talk about like just shifting goals, I guess, to better align with like personal growth and stuff. And like maybe you found a new hobby that you like and you want to continue that more. That's what I started to do with lifting. Like it was a hobby and I wanted to continue it more, and I did. And I was like, okay, I might gain weight because I'm putting on muscle, but like I want to do this, and that's okay. So yeah, all that's to say is that I've gained a few pounds this year, and I'm okay with it. Which is something I never thought I would say ever after focusing on losing weight for so long. I did actually I did vlog, like, starting to lift and everything, but I wound up just, like, trashing the footage and just stopping because I was getting way too in my head about like numbers and everything, and it just wasn't healthy. So I stopped vlogging that process, which is why that vlog never went up. I kind of hinted to it on my Instagram, and then I just never did it because I was getting way too in my head about numbers and all that kind of stuff. But I am feeling way more comfortable with the process and how my body responds to lifting now. So I might vlog again and actually post it this time. Also, yes, this is a unique makeup product, and Unique is an MLM, but I bought this like eons ago. and it's still kicking it, and so I don't want to throw it away. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Lifting has been a huge addition to my life this year, and it's been at the latter part of the year, honestly. It's been a huge part of my life, and it helps, like I don't know if I said it, but it helps combat my body dysmorphia a lot, because I log all of my workouts, and so I have like undeniable data like in front of me saying, Megan, you are making progress, you are doing it right, you are doing a good job, and that's huge for me. So all of this to say is that the first goal that I set for myself at the beginning of the year was not achieved, but it's okay. Yeah. As for the feeling worthy and erasing food guilt and getting my mental health under control and everything, I have absolutely made some big strides in that this year as well. I mean, I started therapy again. I'd been in therapy like all year last year pretty much, and up until June of this year, because I got a new job and my insurance changed. But luckily, I was kind of in the best spot mentally that I had been in a very long time, so I didn't really mind having to take a break from therapy. But I am back. I'm back in therapy, working on things, and it feels really great to be back in therapy. I missed therapy. I have done a lot of work with realizing how like important and special I am, which everybody should do. I'm not saying that to sound conceited. Everybody should do that. I also feel like I've gotten a lot better at like setting boundaries and realizing what like non-negotiables are for me, particularly in like relationships and friendships and stuff. And that's a big thing for me to kind of come to terms with as well. And I'm really proud of myself for setting the boundaries I have this year. And in therapy now, we're going to talk about like attachment styles and stuff, because like your girl needs help with those. And yeah, so I feel like I've done a really good job with that. And honestly, this is no shade to my ex either, but like I do feel like that being broken up with was quite possibly one of the best things to happen to me this year. And I never thought I would say that on here, but like that's just the truth. Because after that happened, I really had to reevaluate myself and my life. And I kind of felt like I had lost myself a little bit in the relationship that I was in, which is no fault of anybody. I just did. And I started taking care of myself again, and I started developing new hobbies, and I started lifting, and I just realized, like, through therapy and through a lot of introspection, I realized kind of what I deserve. And it's a big deal for me. And yeah, but being broken up with was probably one of the best things to happen to me this year. And like I said, I don't mean any shade to my ex with that statement or anything. It's just how it is. And anybody you talk to who knows me will say the same thing. I've grown so much in the last 5 months. Probably more than I have in like some years. Like I've done so much personal growth in the past 5 months, and I'm just really proud of myself. And I'm not trying to like brag or anything, but like I'm just saying, like, if I can do this, you can do this, because I am like one of the biggest people pleasers on the planet. And so like if I can start realizing like what a catch I am, and like also like realizing like that I am pretty, then like you can too. And also, if I can start realizing that it's okay to put my own needs before other people's, you can too. Believe me. Also, on the same like path as mental health, I am going to see a psychiatrist on Tuesday. The 14th, I think, is the date. I'm going to see a psychiatrist because I am 98% positive that I have ADHD. And I'm really excited to start the testing for that and to hopefully get diagnosed with that so I can start treating it. If it's not that, finding out what it is, because something something's going on up here. And I'm not trying to like self-diagnose or anything by any means, because that's not a healthy thing to do. I've just done a lot of research, and like I tick all the boxes. Like, oh my, yeah. I also think I have OCD as well, but that we'll see. Anyways, regardless of the outcome, I will probably keep you guys updated on that, because I think getting diagnosed with like mental illness things or like mental health things in your adulthood is like, it's interesting, especially things like ADHD. But in terms of food guilt, that is like completely gone for me. I do not feel guilty about eating food anymore. Sorry. I feel like this video is gonna be like the worst in terms of like technicalities, but whatever. Yeah, I do not feel guilty about eating any kinds of foods, regardless of like if it fits into my diet, if it's quote unquote healthy. Like, I don't feel guilty for eating any foods outside of those parameters, or any foods at all, which is a really big deal for me, because I did for a really long time, particularly after I saw that weight loss doctor here. And so it was a really big hurdle to overcome, especially when it was accompanied by weight gain. It was really hard to overcome that hurdle. But now I just live my life. Like, am I eating fast food every day? No. But do I want to? Also no. And so I just go out and I live my life and use moderation and everything, which I do feel like at a certain point in weight loss journeys or whatever, everybody kind of gets to that point. And so I think this might be me getting to that point. But yeah, I do not feel guilty for eating any foods anymore. And I think a big part of that comes from me following like a pretty regular exercise routine. And so I know I'm taking care of my body in that way. And so my body deserves to, eat what she's wanting. And yeah, so that goal has completely been crushed. So go team. I haven't sat down and decided my goals for 2022 yet, because it still feels so far away, but really it's only like a few weeks away. But that's where I am with the goals that I set for myself for 2021. As for like my channel and other stuff, like I said, I'm pre-filming. So this month we'll have videos, but I'm also sort of doing Vlogmas. I'm doing it in like a weekly vlog kind of situation. So the first one of those will go up on Sunday, and it's this week that we're in right now, and last week. It's not like I'm doing some fun stuff here, but the big thing that I wanted to capture was when I go home. I'm going home for Christmas next weekend. I'm gonna be there for like 2.5 weeks, and I'm so excited because if you've been around, last year I like filmed a video about how fucking sad I was that I could not go home for Christmas, and it was my first time not being home for Christmas. And I'm stoked. I'm so excited to go home. And so I want to do like kind of like a tour or something of my hometown, because it's like really small and quaint and pretty unique. And so I think it'd be fun to show you guys around, because you've only ever seen me in Denver. So yeah, I think that'll be really fun. And I actually sat down and I planned my Etsy launches for next year. And I'm going to make it a point to actually follow through on the deadlines that I set for myself, because I feel like anybody who makes things like that knows that that is a very hard thing to do sometimes. I am very excited about it. I have some very fun new products coming. And yeah, I'm actually working on a couple, and I'll have the sketches like scattered throughout my Vlogmas vlogs. But yeah, I just wanted to vlog because I like vlogging and I thought it would be fun, Anyways, I'm going to curl my eyelashes, put on mascara, and then I will come back and we will wrap this up because I'm just about done. Okay, we're back. I put on lipstick. I put on mascara. My bangs are back where they should be. I just wanted to come back with like a little update video, because I feel like I've done a lot of more growing and everything, and it also, this kind of video just helps me get back into the swing of things with filming, which is really helpful. And yeah, so that's just a brief synopsis of my goals as set in 2021. Some were met, some weren't, and that's okay. Because we're all just doing our best, aren't we? And I think we need to give ourselves a little bit more grace when things change. And yeah, that is one thing, that is a big thing that I learned this year, is that shit changes and you kind of just have to go with the flow. And that's okay. Anyways, this video has been super rambly. Thank you for sticking with me if you've stuck around to the end. Be sure to like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know any goals that you crushed this year, or anything else. Be kind to yourself, drink your water, take your meds, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.